going to see about the fundamental unit of life. So this unit comes under CBSE grade 9. So I'm going to show you some things about this fundamental unit of life. Today we are going to see about the introduction. On the very first class I showed you the important terms of the cell organelles, that is cell wall, cell membrane, nucleus, and those stuffs and all we have seen in our previous video. So from this we are going to start our lesson. From this you are going to get a video daily, a short video like this 5 minutes or 6 minutes video. And today we are going to see the introduction alone. Okay, so listen here. We all know that every living organism is made up of cells, am I right? How? If you see a building is made up of each brick, am I right? Each brick will make a big building, am I right or what? The same way each cell will connect to form an organism. Okay, so how the bricks to the building, the same like cells to our body, right? So every cells will be present only in living organism. So living organism, in the sense we know it is animal as well as plant. So these two are mainly composed of what? A cell. Understood this point? Then I'm going to share you a few things how the cell is discovered first. Okay, the cell was discovered by the famous scientist Robert Hooke in the year 1665. Okay, so during this period itself he just discovered the cell. Okay, he discovered, but how and where he discovered, we have a question. So nothing, we can't see the cell in our naked eye, am I right? Can you able to see your cell of the body? No. So we will see the cell under the microscope, am I right or what? So while examining a cell under the microscope only, he just found that cell. So in which thing he found the cell, we have a question. Nothing but while he is walking, he just see a dead tree. In the tree he just what captured, he just took a bark. Bark is nothing but the outer layer of a tree. We have a cinnamon, right? Cinnamon is a bark of a tree, am I right? So we will use the cinnamon for our cooking purpose. It is what? Bark. So he just took that bark and he just examined under the microscope, and he seen many dead cells is present in that. While seeing that, he is watching a honeycomb like structure. Honeycomb is what shape of honeycomb? It is like a hexagonal shape. Yes, but while you seeing that from the top, you will what? You will observe a little room like structure. Am I right? While you are seeing that honeycomb from the top, you will see a minute room. Am I right or what? The same he was observed. And what is the Latin word of cell is cellula. I didn't mention here, but you just know this. The Latin word of cell is known as a cellula, and from that the cell is derived. Okay, so the next scientist known as Leeuwenhoek, that is Anton van Leeuwenhoek. He is a scientist who discovered the living cell. Okay, so kindly make sure about these 2 points, that dead cell was discovered by our Robert Hooke and living cells was discovered by our Anton van Leeuwenhoek. So he discovered the living dead cell under in the bark, but he discovered the living cells in the pond water. While he took a pond water and he just examined under the microscope, he seen many living cells. Okay, so please make sure about these 2 points. Then I'm moving to cell theory. You know that every living system is made up of cell, am I right? Yes. Then the basic structural and functional unit of this point is very very important, because you're going to see this one in your lifelong, am I right? So they will ask the question, which is the basic structural and functional unit of life? Absolutely, it is what? It is a cell, am I right? So you see the muscle cells, it is giving the shapes and structure, am I right about? Yes, if your cheeks has a round shaped or some oval shape, it is because of what? The muscles present in that. And the function unit, in the sense we have a nerve cells. So what the function of nerve cell? It is nothing but it's to pass the signals. And what is the function of muscle cells? Its function is for the movement. So cells involved in function, as well as it will give some structure to the living system. Okay, so that is the meaning of this particular point. Then you know how the cells are formed. It is nothing but the cells are formed from the pre-existing cells. pre-existing in the sense we have many wounds in our body. Okay, so in that particular area the cells become dead. So in the dead cells or decayed cells only the new cells are created. Okay, so the cell pre-existing meaning is not, it is nothing but it is created from the old cell. That new cells are formed from the old cell. Am I right? Then our next point is, can we able to see our cells under our naked eye? Can we able to see your body cells in your naked eye? No, you can't. So the cells can be examined only under the microscope, because it has a magnifying lens. Through that we can observe that cells. Am I right? So it can't be seen in our eye, so we should and we can able to see the cells under the microscope. Okay, with this I conclude our introduction chapter, introduction part, and tomorrow onwards you will daily receive a video from this chapter. And if you want to take any other chapter, please leave me in a comment section. I will do that favor for you. And thank you.